All right. Well, let's get into the first story and talk politics. We got this from CNN. Opinion. Trump is adored by his followers. Dave Chappelle explained why. This is from Dean Obadala. I think you mentioned you knew him, Dave.
I used to do stand-up with him. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay. Well, I'll put it simply. Like, you have the story here, and it's amazing. Let me read a little bit. They say Chappelle pivoted about halfway through his monologue to the topic of Trump, remarking that, quote, "I'm watching the news now, and they're declaring the end of the Trump era." He then melded his acerbic comedy with the simple truth that everyone wishing Trump would disappear from the political landscape needs to hear. Trump's base hasn't come close to abandoning him. I'm just being honest with you. I live in Ohio amongst the poor whites. A lot of you don't understand why Trump was so popular and very loved. He goes on to mention, Trump says, "I know the system is rigged because I use it." The comedian then joked about how Trump accused during the debate with Hillary Clinton of not paying taxes and shot back, "That makes me smart." Chappelle shared that for many working class Americans struggling to make ends meet, Trump's honesty in revealing the rich and powerful have been taking full advantage of a system designed for their benefit only enhanced his stature. It's amazing. And then he said, Chappelle pointed out that Trump looked at her and said, "And you won't change the laws because because your friends benefit from it too." And when I heard Dave Chappelle say that, I'm like, that wasn't a joke. That wasn't anything other than powerful insight and a sales pitch. When I heard him say that, it reminded me of the 2016 election, what Trump was on about. And then I was just like, yeah, I kind of like that. He really made me, he really created a positive image of Trump. They say Trump's going to announce he's running tomorrow. And the weekend before, Chappelle comes out and says, this thing Trump did, which is really really good, people respect. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, Chappelle's comments were very close to what Michael Moore said in 2016, specifically when it came to middle Americans and blue-collar workers going for Donald Trump because he represented the larger ideas of the American working class, which he was representatively standing up for. But then Dave Chappelle also made a joke about Donald Trump taking out his Illuminati card, sniffing some cocaine, and then telling everyone how they were playing the game, and then went inside the White House and then started playing the game, which I thought was also another important point there. But this could be one reason why he's being criticized as, quote, anti-Semitic and promoting anti-Semitism right now by the ADL, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. What he mentioned in his comedy skit, I think, was perfectly navigating a very sensitive topic. He hit everyone. He made everyone laugh about a very tough issue. And I think his representation of what happened to Kyrie Irving and Kanye West was also something important. A couple days ago on my members area, I was talking about how Dave Chappelle was on Oprah talking about how people were trying to drug him, so he had to escape the huge contract that he was under and literally went to Africa. This is also something very similar that happened to Kanye West. So there's something to really think about here when it comes to people who are anti-establishment, people who are breaking from the matrix, people who are coloring outside of the box and are now being heavily criticized and attacked.